everybody, and welcome back to Life According to Nikki. Today we have Ellie with us.
Hello.
Ellie, let's start off and tell the people how we met, our little meet cute, if you will.
Yeah, we met in the ward. We kind of got closer because you invited me to Pole.
That's right.
Like in the ward we interacted, but I feel like we became like better friends. Like people who talked outside of the ward because you invited me to Pole, and that was such a blast.
For anybody who doesn't know, we're talking about pole dancing, because
Yes.
I am a pole dancer. If you are not a frequent listener of the pod, surprise! Your girl pole dances and has one in her apartment.
It's amazing.
When Ellie came for the first time, you know, it's always so fun for me to invite my friends, but holy crap, you were so good. I was like, oh, that took me like 7 months to learn, but you got it in one try.
That is so funny.
Amazing.
Because literally the first time I went to Pole, I was like, this was a type of dance that didn't just come naturally to me.
Yeah.
And so I was so frustrated.
Really?
I was like, why am I so bad at this?
Oh, you looked amazing.
You were so nice. I was like, why do I suck? I must come back so I can redeem myself.
And then you've come to a couple of my chair dancing classes.
I love chair. Chair is probably my favorite. Chair is so fun. And you kill it. You're an amazing teacher.
You are so good at chair. I love watching you out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, ooh, no one watch me. See what Ellie's doing. Do that. Are we kidding? Oh my gosh, I love that. I think it's funny. People who listen to my podcast are gonna be like, man, she meets a lot of people at church. Yes, I do. Honestly,
kind of the point of what I say.
100%.
Yeah, like that's the whole point.
Yeah, if you're going to church and like not meeting people, I don't want to say why you go to church, but because no, go to church for Jesus.
Yes.
But you know, also when you're single, I'm there for a social life. Like
it's pretty much your entire social life almost.
Yeah.
When you're this age.
well, in Utah County, in other places not so much, but Utah County, if you really want to meet people.
Some of us aren't swing dancers, so we're not meeting people.
Oh, that's so freaking funny. That is so true. Swing dancing.
The amount of people, if we met swing dancing, I'm like, what? And the amount of people that ask me to go swing dancing is so many. And the lengths I will go to avoid swing dancing
Really?
is incredible.
Is it just because you're tall, or do you just not like swing dancing?
I don't like swing dancing. I'm a dancer. I love dancing. I'm obsessed with, like, if you're like, let's go to a dance, I am there, absolutely, let's go.
Yeah.
But swing dancing, for some reason, is just, it's not it. I don't like worrying about a partner. It's just someone spinning you in a circle for 3 hours. I want to puke. And I'm really tall, and so, like, when it comes to lifts and all of that stuff, I don't trust more than half of the men to actually, like, dip me, lift me. And then I don't want to stand on the side and wait for someone. I hate it. The physical reaction that I'm giving right now. I just hate it. I will avoid swing dancing as long as I can. But, so many people meet each other there.
Oh, absolutely. I really like swing dancing.
Stop.
I do.
You do.
I do.
Tell me all about it.
But no, here's my problem, okay? I love a line dance. Take me line dancing.
Okay, I'll do a line dance.
Oh, what a vibe. I absolutely love it. Put on some country music.
Yes,
Have
great.
a collar up front. Like, absolutely.
Give me that Miley Cyrus hoedown throwdown.
Yeah, I'm always 5 beats behind. I don't know what the crap's going on, but I'm having a great time. But once we get to the partner work, I actually really love it, but because I have so many problems physically, I get apprehensive if they know what they're doing. If they can just guide me and truly lead, I'm all about it. But don't be lifting me. Dips are real rough for me because of my
Which
back.
Which is huge.
Yeah, and they'll just like randomly do it, and so then I'm like, oh wait.
The grandmother.
2 knee surgeries, 2 back surgeries. Like, be careful with me. I just can't communicate that, and I get in my head with the partner stuff. So truly, it is my dream to one day get with a guy that he wants to go swing dancing and like learn how to swing dance, I'm gonna need him to be like top tier level expert. But I will have communicated prior. I can't be just like dipped all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
Swing dancing is different when you're going with your boyfriend, your husband, that they know you, they know what you want. Like, it's way better.
That sounds so fun to me.
Yeah.
So hopefully one day I would love to be the type of couple that goes swing dancing on the rag.
Well, then you'll meet people at swing dancing. You'll have your swing dancing friends, your couple friends.
Yes. Any place where there's a social environment where I can link up with a group of folks. Like, absolutely. I love a group environment, you know?
Yeah, you do. You thrive. You thrive in the group environment. I feel like you easily make friends and you find things that easily connect people, in my opinion, in watching you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, question. So when you're going into a group setting, are you super chill to go? And you're like, yeah, this is going to be great because I'll be able to make new friends and I don't mind that I only know one person.
I feel like you meet me and I feel like I'm very an outgoing person. But
yeah.
You put me in a group like that and I don't have a home-based friend, I'm really quiet. I'm like, oh, who do I talk to?
Really?
Yeah, I'm stressed.
This is actually surprising information for me to learn because how tall are you?
5'10".
Okay,
well, the doctor says taller, but I refuse.
Okay, perfect. So 5'10" on Ellie's paper. But you're always dressed so good. Makeup, fire. She's a makeup artist, everybody. And a photographer and a videographer galore. So, I don't know. I guess I picture you because you're so confident, so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
I just assume that, when you walk in a room, you're like, yep, I'm here. Everybody, make a line.
You must be this tall to ride the ride. That sounded horrible.
I would have just expected, you're like, freak out, go to any group scenario, because aren't you the most popular one at a group?
Oh, you're
function?
Funny. No, absolutely not. Are you kidding?
If I did not know you, and I was, like, in a group setting, and I saw you, I'd be like, that's the ringleader right there. Like, that is the most popular person here for sure.
That is the biggest compliment. I would
It is.
I do not feel that way.
Oh, I'm just speaking truth. That would be my thoughts. And I'd be also very grateful that I'm, like, not a guy. Because if I was a guy, I'd be extremely intimidated. And we've talked about this before. What kind of guys we'd be. You'd be the hottest guy.
This is my Roman Empire. Like, man, if I was a guy, tall, okay, I'm not dark, but tall, pale, and handsome. I would date myself so fast. You're kidding? I would have a full, nice, like, head of hair. Ooh, beautiful eyes. Tall, athletic.
That is so true. I remember you saying that once where you're like, I would be the hottest guy. And I was like, that is so true. And you would score the hottest freaking girl.
Absolutely.
Because you would have the confidence as well.
It's a good thing I'm not a guy then, right?
Well, I was going to say, what's it like being like a really hot girl though? Is it hard? How's that pretty privilege?
Literally the other day, I was with a friend. We just gone mini golfing and there was like this big concert happening. I was like, let's just walk over and see what's going on. And so we go up to the security guard. Oh, is this a concert? He's like, yeah. Like, who is it? He's like, it's Benson Boone. This guy's a big deal. Oh, he's opening for Taylor Swift right now. He's like big.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And is this a private concert? He's like, yeah, it's a private concert. And I was like, oh, dang it. Like, that's too bad. And he kind of like looks around and he pulls out wristbands. And he's like, don't tell anyone. So he gives us wristbands. And my friend, he turns to me, he's like, pretty privilege strikes again.
Oh my gosh. I can tell you right now, that's never, ever, ever happened to me and probably never will.
You are beautiful, stop.
No, I know I'm gorgeous, but like not conventionally. My looks don't bother me. I like how I look. But that's come after years of not liking how I looked. So, like the confidence is there. But mine's more based on, like, personality. Things you can't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's looking at me going, I'm gonna give her a wristband.
Stop it.
My Roman Empire is wondering about pretty privilege. Do you ever just feel like guys only talk to you and only care about you for, like, looks?
No.
Ever?
Because I don't feel like guys talk to me. In multiple words, this is not like tooting my own horn. This is like, guys have come up to me, or friends have come up to me, and they're like, did you know you're on the hot girl list for the ward?
Oh, absolutely.
And I was like, what the fetch is that? Like, I didn't know what that even was. But anyway, I've had multiple, like, people, multiple wards, like, oh, you're on the hot girl list.
Well, duh.
I'm like, oh, wow, thank you so much. Why has not a soul in the male species ever talked to me in this ward? If I'm on the hot girl list, is this like a no-touch list? Is this like what is this? Like, I don't understand where the, like, disconnect is. You know what I mean?
This is what I think about, is the pretty privilege, yeah, you probably get that in, like, the day-to-day life, you know? But I feel like if I was as gorgeous as you, like, every day, and then, like, no one talked to me, I'd be like, what? I feel like it hurt more than it hurts. It hurt more? Like, I don't know. Is this so insensitive? But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Collectively, people think you're attractive.
Then why no talkie? I don't get it. And then you watch all these guys going up to all these other girls, and I'm like, hello, it's me you're looking for. You know?
I mean, all my friends are gorgeous. I think women in general are just, like, stunning.
Amen.
I don't understand why guys around here truly don't talk to any of us. Like, it makes no freaking sense. Because, especially around this place, the way that you look, I think it's, like, the least important thing about anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But especially around here, the women are not only gorgeous to look at, but then they have incredible personalities.
Successful.
So successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you fall into that category, and I'm like, what is happening? Why are none of us dating anybody?
Isn't that so weird?
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare out here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if Ellie can't get someone, how am I expected to find somebody? Thank you so much for just, like, going down this road with me.
Yes, thank you.
I've always just been so curious about the pretty privilege.
So. You know, I get more pot stickers at places to eat and stuff like that, but that's where my pretty privilege lies, is in pot stickers.
In pot stickers, in free food, and free tickets. Honestly,
free food.
Sounds nice.
This makes me sound like a horrible person.
No.
I
it's
feel
not your fault that
like,
you're pretty.
I'm so pretty, I get discounts. No, that's not. No. This is where I've seen it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a difference between, like, bragging about it, but also just, like, reality. It's the people that deny that they have pretty privilege where it gets annoying. You know, where it's like, stop it, okay, you're gorgeous.
No,
like,
there are times that I'll, like, wait for a guy cashier to come. And then
I would too. That's the thing. I judge you not at all, because I think there's a reason that I look the way I look. Because God knew I'm such an attention whore. He couldn't make me pretty on top of it. Like, no, I am. But, like, again, like, I'm just talking, like, to the beauty standards of North America. I don't wear makeup, for one, okay? I'm not really conforming to any sort of societal standard here, all right? I am very happy with the way that I look.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have hit me with the pretty stick, I don't think I would be as funny as I am. You know what I mean?
Yes, you would.
No, it would have been...
You'd be such a flirt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a horrific flirt. I'll tell you right now.
That is just so shocking to me, because if I had your face, I'd be going around town, just every man in sight, target.
I can flirt with anyone I'm not interested in. I feel like everyone can.
Everyone can.
Everyone can.
Because there's no pressure.
Exactly. The second I'm interested, the second I think you're cute, all game, out the window, gone. She left the building. Yeah. I'm like, hi. Don't look at me.
See, you're so real. Ellie, I love you. I adore you.
I love you too, man.
But yeah, no, I would be fat flirt, for sure. I've just never really been given the opportunity to show those skills.
I don't get why we get so...
in our heads about it. I will say what I think.
Yeah, you will.
And I'll tell the guy I like him, to his face.
Girl.
It's just never really worked out for me. Like, I have been friend zoned so many times, so I have zero sympathy. When a guy comes to me and he all wants to whine about how he was friend zoned, get in line, brother! You think you're the only one who has to ask people out? No! You can't complain in the same room as me if you are a man, because I've done everything that you've done, and more, and been rejected, okay?
Oh, which hurts my soul.
Most dates that I've been on, I asked.
Really?
And I hate it. I hate being the one that asks. I want to be the one that is asked.
Absolutely.
Out. You know, every girl does.
I don't know. I feel like it's hard for traditional girls.
Yes. But I'm just so impatient, and I don't play the games.
Yeah.
You know, so no, I'll tell you, I like you, I want to go out with you, will you go out with me? But then I gotta pay, and I'm like, let's actually get back on track here. Skirt! Flip a Yui! What you been watching, my girl?
I feel like I've been watching two things recently. I love Gordon Ramsay.
Do you?
I love him.
Are you a Hell's Kitchen girly?
What I've been watching recently is, like, Kitchen Nightmares. Love Kitchen Nightmares. And then his Uncharted series. His Uncharted series is just, like, where he goes around the world, learns of the cuisine there, which is cool because I love to travel, and so, like, to see different parts of the world and the food there, and just have it be Gordon Ramsay is, like, really fun. But Kitchen Nightmares. Have you seen it?
No, because he yells too much. I can't do yelling.
But these people are, like, unresponsive. The drama is so interesting to me because these people ask him to come. They say, hey, my restaurant is failing. Come help me. And when he says, okay, well, your food is crap, there's mold here, he goes through and says, like, here's the reality of it. They're like, no, we won't change. It's so interesting to see the personalities he's interacting with. Yeah, but there is kind of a lot of yelling. But it's so interesting to see how he turns it around. And I love watching Kitchen Nightmares. He's a yeller, but honestly, I like Gordon Ramsay because I feel like he's a good person. Some people don't agree with, but I do. And if you've seen him with the kids, really? I love him with kids. He's such a dad.
I've never seen the side of him.
He's such a dad. I love him. That's one thing I watch.
Okay, have you watched The Bear?
No, what's The Bear?
You would freaking love The Bear. It's a show about Michelin star chef or whatever. His brother dies. He has to take over his brother's restaurant. So he's this like high class chef. He worked in like the fanciest restaurant in the world in New York City.
Okay.
And then he goes to this sandwich shop in Chicago that's so much yelling. It's just a mess. It's a nightmare. And he's trying to fix it and make it something successful. It is so high stress, but you would love this show. Yes. I was anxious out of my mind watching it because it felt too real. Like, I felt like I was in the kitchen with them.
Yes. I love
getting the orders in. It's just like this drama of him trying to fix this restaurant. It's on Hulu. You should watch The Bear. And season 3 just came out. I haven't seen season 3 yet, but it's won tons of awards.
Really?
Yeah. But the awards are comedy. Best new comedy. It's not funny. It's not a comedy. Okay? It's a drama with an occasional funny line. It's a comedy in the way that Kitchen Nightmares is a comedy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
It's not a comedy.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
You would adore this show. You should watch it.
I will.
And what else have you been watching?
I love K-dramas. So good.
Ellie's a K-drama girly.
I do. I love a good K-drama. The K-drama that has me in a chokehold right now is called Sweet Home.
Give us the plot. Give us the pitch.
Literally, I went to film school and practiced this, and I'm horrible at it, I would tell you what. But post-apocalyptic world-esque. But instead of zombies, what it is these monsters, and you turn into a monster, and that monster represents your deepest desire. So these monsters are crazy. For example, a girl that was starving herself to become an actress, her monster has these teeth that are insane so she can eat anything. They're unkillable, too. Then there's these people who are trying to survive. So you have this whole intrigue with the monsters themselves, because it's not zombies. You've seen zombies a million times.
Yeah.
So there's this intrigue with, like, this whole new creature and what they are and how they act and, like, all this stuff. But then there's, of course, the people. Season 1, they're trapped in an apartment building. The monsters are all outside. They're trapped. Okay, what happens when someone's infected? What do we do with them? Do we just toss them out to the monsters to die? Do we quarantine them? People don't know how you're getting infected. It's not a bite. You don't know how the infection is spreading. Who's the leader? How are we rationing food? So the people is super interesting. And then on top of that, you got our main dude, which is like... First of all, love him. Oh my gosh. Love him. He is infected, but he's keeping his humanity somehow. So he's like a half monster. They call him a neo-human, which like comes in season 2, but like this half monster, and it's insane. How do you use him? Do you not? What are his feelings? Like, it's so intriguing to me. Everything about this show is like, yes, I love it. I will disclaimer it though. It is like a horror, and I'm typically not a horror person at all. Like, I hate horrors, but I like this. A little more gore, but it's almost like comical. When they get infected, they get these nosebleeds, and I swear, a gallon is coming out of their nose. Like, it is spurting from their nose, and like, it's gross, but you're like, that's so obviously not real. Right. You know what I mean?
It's a K-drama, for sure.
Exactly.
Like, there's only so much realism they can have in a K-drama.
Yeah, exactly. And just like the amount of like drama to the violence is kind of almost to a comical level. So while it is a horror, sometimes you're like, okay. You know, but it also makes you like love it more. Season 3 is coming out this week, and I'm gonna die.
This week?
It's the final season. Mm-hmm.
Do they release it all at once, or are they an episode at a time?
This is Netflix. Usually it's all at once, but they might do like 2 or 3 episode thing for this one. I hope not. I will die. Just give it to me. I want to binge this crap. I want to binge it so hard. That
is one of my biggest pet peeves. Is freaking Amazon Prime over here. 1 episode a week. This isn't cable. I'm paying premium.
I don't like the 1 episode thing. Because I'll binge, so I will binge unhealthily.
Either give it to me all at once, or don't give it to me. And I feel that way about almost all information.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else? Any other shows?
I liked One Piece on Netflix. That was really good. It's a anime that they just made into a live action. It's kind of like so far-fetched. It's like the main character His name's Luffy, and he's a rubber guy. So, like, he can stretch his whole body. And then there's a clown who can, like, detach his head. And, like, so it's, like, crazy, but it's so good. I was, like, enthralled. And I've never seen the anime. Okay. So I, like, walked into this with zero knowledge. But also, Zoro, so attractive. And he fights with 3 swords. And I was like, man, after my own heart. He fights with 1 in his mouth and then 2 in his hands, and I'm like, more of this, please. Asian man with green hair? Yeah, absolutely.
This is the most fun fact ever about Ellie, okay? I had a niche PowerPoint night once upon a time, and everyone had to present. If you've never heard of a niche PowerPoint night, I actually presented mine on the pod. It was like my 4th episode or something like that. And I did people that should go straight to jail. But Ellie gave one of my favorite presentations I think I've ever seen in my life. What was the topic of yours?
I was like, why you should be a K-pop fan.
I didn't know to what extent you were a K-pop person and like K-drama, Asian men in general. Now being in your bedroom with your posters, because in her closet there is a full poster, like high school style poster of all these Korean men.
Yeah.
Then we did another PowerPoint night where you presented the hottest...
Top 10 hottest people that ever walked the earth.
There were 10 of them, and 8 of them were Asian.
Yes.
South Korean specifically. And that was just such delightful information to find out about you. Like, I did not know to what extent you were really into this whole scene. And then now, I think it's the most fun fact about you. I love it so much. It's like, Ellie loves sci-fi, K-dramas, you know, all the K-pop stuff. And we're gonna do another episode where Ellie is gonna break down K-pop for us all. Mainly for me.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be a little social experiment, so I'm gonna have her create me a playlist of the K-pop songs that I need to be listening to, get a rundown of all the major players in K-pop. Then we're gonna come on the pod and she's gonna teach us all. Because this is just something I know nothing about, and I love that you know everything about it.
I used to hide it. I used to be like so ashamed. I thought it was
Really?
Yes. Like actually most of my interests I used to just like hide. Cause like people would tell me it was weird. You know what I mean? Like, people would make fun of me and all this stuff. Like, I get it. It is kind of weird. It's definitely niche. It's big now.
I was gonna say
K-pop is big now.
Okay, yeah.
When I was into it, it was not. It was not big when I first got into it. Now it's like freaking on the radio, and BTS is the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But like, I never told anyone. I literally was on a K-pop dance company. I've never shown anyone. It was just so weird. But I loved it. But now I don't care. Now I've just, like, finally learned to, like, you know, this is something I love. Why am I, like, hiding? Why am I ashamed of anything that I enjoy? Like, who cares? Like,
no, literally,
if someone actually wants to judge me...
Go for it.
Please.
Because you're so open about who you are and what you like, I'm obsessed. I absolutely love meeting people who share their passions, no matter what they may be, you know? Even if it's something that I can't relate to at all or I don't know anything about.
Yeah. When people are passionate and just own who they are, it's very attractive.
Yeah.
Just to be around that person.
Absolutely. I love it. Are you ready to move on to our main topic, Ellie?
I'm ready.
Ellie, not only is she gorgeous, beautiful, a K-pop fan, but she's also a world traveler. I am also a solo world travel girly, but we do very different types of travel. So I wanted to talk to you today and have you share with everybody a different way to travel, because the way that I do it is I go and I live in another country. That is like my preferred style, because I'm a lazy little girl. I really just like to, you know, be a part of the community, go grocery shopping, and have zero pressure to see anything ever. But you're about the sights, the photography, the art, everything like that. Tell us about what made you first start solo traveling. How did you get past that initial nervousness? Because I think a lot of people want to travel, and especially, like, my girlies out there, like, they want to, but they're so scared about the safety element.
For sure.
And then also, like, the loneliness. So tell us about your travel journey and why you go with your travel style.
So I first started literally because no one would go with me. That is literally why, because kind of like you, I like to go someplace for a longer period of time, like at least 2+ weeks, because I'm not about to go on a plane for 32 hours and stay there for 4 days. That's just ridiculous to me. And so whenever I'd like pitch this to friends, they obviously can't usually take off that kind of time. And so was almost like I was forced into solo travel. But then there's the safety aspect. Especially as a female, how do you stay safe? For me, what I decided to do was book through a travel group. I looked around and I found one. It's called G Adventures, and I've done now 2 with them. I chose them because I felt like it was the best bang for my buck. They actually were very well priced. The second reason is that you can kind of choose which group you want to go with, and this one was like an 18 to 30-year-old group, which I liked instead of just like showing up and having like all these married adults. Then the next one was that they really focus on getting you places that aren't just tourist. They really like partnering with locals to get you into cool places. And so that's where I kind of started. Even if it's a group, I can still go off, I can be solo, I can do my own thing, but I have people who are directly in the vicinity who know where I am. So if I need help, I'm not contacting my parents who, what are they gonna do? Call the embassy, you know? So to have people in the vicinity who know what I'm doing. That's kind of why I decided to do what I did.
What was your first trip?
Thailand, and it was incredible. I absolutely loved it. And it was very much a solo trip just because the group, while they were such good people and I learned so much, they definitely were partiers. They'd party all night and then be hungover all morning. For most of the day, I was completely alone doing my own thing, which was awesome. I loved it. I feel like solo travel has high highs and low lows. I love solo travel because when you're traveling with friends, which I also love, you have to kind of compromise on what you want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's everyone's top thing? Let's make sure that we see all of those things. But when you're solo traveling, there's no compromise. You can just go where you want, do what you want. So you can spend your time exactly how you want. And I'm also a very go traveler. I don't want to go back to the hotel and rest. So for me, that's really good because I can do what I want at the pace I want. So I love that. But there is loneliness. I'm seeing this incredible thing. I almost like turn around to like, did you see that? Isn't this amazing? And there's no one there. You know what I mean? Like then you're like, I want to share this with somebody. There is that aspect too, that there is a little bit of loneliness, and I won't sugarcoat that. There definitely is the ups and downs that you kind of have to go in knowing.
Okay, you just touched on group dynamics slightly. Go into a little bit more of what that's like, because I don't know why I never thought about that, about the drinking thing. I always forget about that until I leave, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is how people are social. Like this is why people do these kind of things, is like to find people to drink with and party with. So as someone who doesn't do that, tell me about the group dynamics, and then also can you take us just through like a rundown of like a day, because you're saying that you have a lot of time to do your own thing, but how does that work with these groups?
No, that's a great question. So the 2 dynamics, the groups that I went with, my first trip was in Thailand, and like I said, that was very much a party hard all night. And so really good people. We actually had awesome conversations about the gospel. Like I learned so much about other countries. I was the only American in that group. And so it was people from all over the world, and they were awesome, but definitely felt a lot more isolated. And because of that too, you know, they'd go out and party together. So they were a lot closer than me. You know, and they were very kind, don't get me wrong, like very good people. Whereas when I went to Turkey, that group was very different. Yeah, they like to drink, they like to go out, but not to that extent. They were up and at 'em the next morning. We all were there to be in Turkey, not to party. That one I was so much closer with the people. I did a lot more. Instead, Thailand was very much kind of a solo thing, where Turkey was, I met this amazing group of people from all over the world and I was experiencing it with them. So I did not feel nearly as alone as I did in Thailand. That was really cool. So I think, you know, group dynamics, you never know what you're gonna get. But to take some of the fear away for people who might be thinking of that, there's always gonna be at least one person you connect with. You know what I mean? So like, don't be afraid of doing a group thing, because there's always gonna be someone. So a rundown. So the company G Adventures, what they do, which is kind of cool, you know where you're gonna be that day and they book you travel to the next day. But once you're there, typically it's free reign. So, okay, we're gonna be in Bangkok this day, do what you want. And same like in Turkey, okay, we're gonna be in Cappadocia, here are options that you can do. They give you options, but you can choose whether you want to do them or not. So you can make it your own thing. In Turkey, I did most of the optional activities because they were what I wanted to do anyway, and most of the people wanted to do it. So it became this big group thing where, oh, we all want to go ride this hot air balloon. We're going to go do that. But you can pick and choose whatever you want, which is what I loved about it. So there is structure in the best way possible. There's structure, but it's also a choose your own adventure.
Do they provide cars and things for you to travel to these different options?
In Turkey, it was nice because we had like a designated bus that was just with us at all times. These are the optional activities. If you guys want, you can pay the bus driver and he'll take you there. So that was really nice. Whereas in Thailand, they didn't really have as many optional activities. You're like, oh, here's things you can do, but they're not gonna provide it for you, if that makes sense. And so what I would do is, because I was alone, I would just hop on the back of motorcycles and just go somewhere because it was super cheap. So just hop on the back of motorcyclists and get there.
Have you traveled before, or was this your first experience? That feels like that takes a lot of confidence. I'm just thinking of the people who were like, I've never left the country ever. How could I do that? How could I just like navigate? Do you have like some sort of background?
Yeah, so I had traveled a couple times before. I did a study abroad in Italy, which was amazing. I love art history. I studied art history there. And then I just hopped around some European countries. And then the next year I went back, I filmed my senior project in Scotland. So cool, I loved it, amazing. And then again, just hopped around countries after that. So I did have quite a few countries under my belt before going to Thailand, but Thailand wasn't Europe, you know what I mean?
I've been to some European countries and I've been to Thailand.
Yeah.
Those are not the same.
Exactly. Like, you know how it is. It's not third world, but it ain't first world.
Yeah.
Well,
and those streets? Those motorcyclists on those streets?
The journey of being on one of those, you're like, I'm gonna die here today.
No, I don't even know how you did the motorcycle, because in a taxi, I was like hyperventilating. I was like, everyone
they
on this
are
road's
gonna hit
die.
each other. Yeah, I was like, literally, the most anxiety is being on a road in Thailand. It's like peak anxiety.
You don't believe in God? Go to Thailand and just watch the streets, because you're gonna witness nothing but miracles.
Yes! Dude,
the fact that everyone makes it out alive each and every day there is a miracle.
Literally.
A testament of God.
Absolutely. And everything in Thailand is cheap, but I'm as cheap as they come. I am not gonna pay for a taxi. Oh, $10 for a taxi? It's $2 to get on the back of this motorcycle. Literally, I have so many videos of just like, I called it the Scoot Squad, you know, like this posse that, you know how they like all congregate at the beginning of the light?
Yes.
They just lane filter, get at the light, and they all just boom together the second the light turns free.
Your height on the back of a motorcycle.
I'm sure it was hilarious to see. You know when you're on like a date and you're like holding on
to... You're not doing that.
No, you're not holding on to some random stranger. You don't have no helmet. Sorry, Mom. You're just like holding on to the freaking side of the bike or scooter or whatever. You're like, please don't kill me, sir. Your legs around him, but you're trying not to touch him as much as possible. You know, it's literally the opposite of a date where you're like holding on. Oh my gosh, this is so... Nope. Legs are spread. You are back. Hold on to the sides for dear life.
I once saw, this is not a lie, like I wish it would have been recorded, but I saw 5 people.
No.
On a single motorcycle.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, it was
in
a
Thailand?
family. Yes. To this day, I think about that moment. There was a basket on the front. They had like a kid on the front, and then you had like the 2 parents, right? And then you had the kid that was like 12 or 13, almost standing with 1 foot on the back behind his mom's back, and was like kind of like holding on. And then there was another kid like in front of the driver, not in the basket.
Remind me what you were in Thailand for. Was it just for fun?
For funsies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
What parts were you in?
I think we were actually just in Bangkok for the whole thing. And we traveled around. Mm-hmm. We didn't go to any other like cities, but we went to mini Thailand. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, listen up, people. If you ever go to Thailand, but you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to go and deal with the crowds at all of the different temples, but you still want to like see them, or if you have like a family, you know, and you're not wanting to like travel to each individual destination, there's this place. I'll look up the exact name and I'll post it on the Instagram. It was just referred to me as mini Thailand. You know how when you go to Disneyland and you walk in and it's the main street, right? Mm-hmm. So it's these big buildings. Yeah. Obviously, they're big enough to hold a bunch of people and like the souvenirs and stuff, right? Like they're big, but they're not the actual size of those buildings.
Okay.
Right? So you have this huge plot of land, and you get bikes that you rent for the day for like $3. And you bike around, and we spent like 7 hours there. Okay, this place is huge. And you go, and they have the replicas of all of the different temples all around Thailand in this one place. But they're still ginormous. But of course, the actual temples are just like so absurdly huge that it's not to that scale, of course. Yeah. It's like a miniature scale, but it's still bigger than like a house. It was so fun. I'll post some pictures so you can see. It was absolutely delightful.
I never heard of it.
No, I loved it because my friend Jatil and I, we had gone to some of the bigger temples, you know, the crowded, touristy stuff. And then I was like, I don't know, but I had heard about this mini Thailand place. So we just went, biked around. It wasn't crowded at all, and it was so spacious, and then you get to, like, see the land. They were, like, these, you know, anorexic cows. It was just, like, kind of wild, and then they have a bunch of food places that you can eat and get drinks and stuff like that. I got the worst sunburn I have ever had in my life. That is not a lie. I got second-degree burns on my feet. For real. Yeah, I have never felt pain in that way before. My bra strap, I was in tears. Like, there was not enough aloe in the world that could really help me. The sunburn that I got, again, I will post a picture. I was wearing a headband on my forehead. Oh my gosh. So then we went to Vietnam for a week and just basically recovered from the sunburn in Vietnam. We did a resort in Vietnam, but Thailand, we stayed in an Airbnb, just at like a apartment building, and then just went out every day. But that was my favorite day out of all of them. All of the sites that we saw, all of the things that we did was mini Thailand. I loved it. That is my vibe. That's totally my vibe. I don't need to see the real thing. I don't. I'm cool with the replica. That's cool. Honestly, whatever's like less work but still pretty. Like, I'm all good for that. But yeah, that's what I was doing. But my one thing is I wish I would have done something with elephants. Because you got to do elephants.
It was so cool. We were in Chiang Mai. They pick you up. They drive you through the jungle. And you get there. It was so cool because they like give you your own little poncho type things that you're wearing. So you don't get like your clothes dirty. And we started by feeding them bananas and doing all the little tricks with them, which was so cool. And there was like baby elephants and you get to pet them and feed them. And then you take them and you make treats for them with a little cruncher jig, you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly. Where it's like the
grinder.
The grinder.
Yeah, whatever that is.
With the spices.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just a big elephant-sized version of the little spice jigger, but like, we were doing that.
What was called? Like those stone
pounder?
bowls?
Yeah. Anyways, the spice thing. We were doing that. We're making the elephant treats. And then you take them and you give them a mud bath. You get in your swimsuit and you get in with the mud and you're literally painting on the elephants with all this mud, and then you take them into the river and you wash them off. And it's like so fun. It was awesome.
That sounds amazing.
Loved that. One of the coolest experiences was staying with the native tribes. We took 3 days and we hiked deep into the jungles of Thailand and stayed with just some of the natives. And to see the way that they lived was honestly life-changing for me. When I walked into the first village and just these little huts and their little animals everywhere, my first thought was, okay, well, how do they get to work? Where are their jobs and all this? And I was like, Ellie, you're so dumb. They're not working for money. They literally wake up, take care of their animals, make food, go to bed. The life is so simplistic and beautiful and just so different on so many levels than what we experience every day, you know? That was so cool to just sleep on a little mat with some children's blanket under a mosquito net and having the natives cook for you, and that was so cool. That was amazing. Helping make bamboo rafts that we boat back on, stuff like that. That was just so eye-opening to me. It was just something I never experienced before, that kind of living, and the people that were just so joyful. That was incredible. Some interesting experiences.
Yeah, let's get to the nitty-gritty.
So, I land in Istanbul. Okay. Get to my hotel, which doesn't have toilet paper or anything like that. You know, just already so good.
Starting off so strong.
So strong. But I'm like, it's nighttime. I'm starving. I'm just gonna go walk around and see what food I can find. Honestly, I was like, I'm gonna find a McDonald's. Yeah. I do not want to try Turkish food right now. So I like freshen up. I go out. I'm walking around. I always have my camera on me. Always when I'm traveling. And I run into this mosque. Beautiful mosque. And I'm just taking photos. And this guy comes up to me. Are you taking some nice photos? And in my head, I'm like, of course. Like,
you're like, I'm a.
What do you think I'm doing? Like, just taking crap photos. Anyway, and I'm like slowly kind of like backing away because I'm like, why are you talking to me? You know what I mean? He starts like, oh, when did you get in? I'm like, oh, like today. You know, asking all these questions. But no red flags were raised. Like I never felt unsafe. There's so many people around. He's like, well, if you just got in, do you want me to point out some like useful sites for you? Actually, that'd be so helpful. So at the back of this mosque is this beautiful look over all Istanbul. So he's pointing out, you know, the Egyptian spice market, the Grand Bazaar, pointing out all these places. Thanks so much. That was so nice. That's so helpful. Seems like a legit dude, you know? He's like, well, where are you headed? Oh, probably McDonald's. Like, I haven't eaten. I'm trying to find a McDonald's. He's like, oh, well, I haven't eaten dinner yet either. Why don't we eat together? And I was like, sure. Again, no red flags have been raised. I don't feel unsafe.
I'm just gonna really quick pause because I feel like people who have not traveled would listen to this, and especially like mothers, they'd be like, you can't talk to anyone ever when you travel. Like, okay, listen, you've got to be able to trust yourself and your intuition and know when it's a good situation, when it's not. This whole idea that women, when you're solo traveling, you literally can't talk to anyone ever because everyone's gonna like kidnap you, like, and take in. Don't be freaking stupid. Like, don't be giving out just like free information about all that stuff. But I also think that there is a lot of humanity in the world. You can talk to people and you can make friends and you can say yes to like opportunities. Anyways, I just need to put that out there because I think women especially go into it and they're so terrified. But if you know who you are and you understand your own tuition and you are smart in your decision making, you are smart in how you present yourself, in the confidence that you have, and you know how to get out of situations and you don't put yourself in like really tough ones, give yourself the flexibility and the freedom to enjoy human interaction and connect with people.
Absolutely. On that point, I'm also gonna go on a side tangent. I think there's like two things when it comes to like solo traveling as a female that you hit on. I think a lot of people go into it just like hyper worried. Every situation they're going into is just like danger, danger, danger. No, there's a balance. Be aware. Absolutely be aware. Know where your exits are. Know who's around you. Be aware of what's happening. But you don't need to be so high-strung and worried that you're gonna die or someone's gonna take you at all moments. Be aware, be smart, but don't worry yourself to a point you're not gonna enjoy at all.
You gotta trust yourself.
Absolutely. And on that point, not to get spiritual on it, but like on that intuition, the Lord's gonna help you. If you're doing the right thing, be smart, listen. I've had many times where I'll be walking down somewhere and it's like, turn around. Okay, done. Those little thoughts, follow those little thoughts. You know what I mean? If you believe in the spirit, great. If you don't, just your intuition, great. Follow those. Follow those.
Also, just side note, as far as travel tip, okay? When it's like, be smart, be safe. Something that you can do ahead of time is download the maps on your phone so you can use it without needing data or without Wi-Fi. Download the maps and pin where your hotels are.
Use the pins.
So that way, if you're like in that situation where you don't have any Wi-Fi, you don't have any signal, you can still pull up the map because you downloaded it back at home and it will show you where you are and then help you get back. So I recommend that to everybody if you're going to travel, to download the maps of everywhere you're going to be before you go and have everything pinned ahead of time.
Yeah, know your hotels especially. Don't do what I did.
And also, if you are scared, I highly recommend reading a book called The Gift of Fear. That is what gave me the confidence to travel abroad and like do anything and trust myself and trust my intuition. It's about trusting your intuition. It's a guy who's an expert on fear. He did a 60 Minutes with Oprah forever ago, like way back in the day. And the title of that episode is The Next 60 Minutes Could Save Your Life. It's written towards victims of sexual assault and rape so that they never become victims again. But then for those who have never experienced that, it's so that you never become a victim. It's all real stories. And this man trains police officers, military. He works for the US government, predicting whether or not terrorist threats are real. He's also like privately hired out by celebrities and things to see if threats are real. And it's written towards women, which is amazing. It's so validating. Oh my gosh, I love that book of like, you're not crazy. Like, you're not crazy. And these signals that you're getting, here's how you can listen to them and like how to trust yourself and why you should. Highly recommend, if you are someone that's like, I really want to travel but you're terrified, read The Gift of Fear. Don't stop yourself from having the opportunities that you want to have, seeing the world, because there's so many things to be explored and people to meet, experiences that you can have. There's a way to do it while being safe and happy.
I never got any red flags, talking to this guy. I was like, yeah, sure, let's go to dinner. He's like, this place has really high ratings. Da, 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 da. So we walk like a mile or something to this restaurant. It's a really nice restaurant. We sit down. He's like, well, why don't we get you the full Turkish thing? Like this whole smorgasbord of kebabs and all this stuff. And I was like, looking at the price, and I'm like, I don't want to pay for that, but whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is only happening once, you know what I mean? We get this full smorgasbord of food. And we're talking, and this man, he's an Egyptian dude, and he's from London, and he's a surgeon.
Free privilege. Free privilege.
Dude, we talked about everything. When he found out I was from Utah, he's like, oh, the church, the Mormons. I was like, yep, ask away. To Nick Mo's, to everything. Like,
being from Utah, I feel like makes conversation so easy because everyone knows something about us.
Absolutely.
From anywhere around the world.
Literally.
And it's like, oh, absolutely, I can talk about, you know.
Yeah, let me tell you, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm the crazy.
Yeah.
You just not one.
I'm a part of that group.
It's like we actually are normal.
But you thought I had multiple mothers. I don't.
This was super interesting conversation, you know. And I'm over here just thinking like, wow, this guy's so nice, you know, whatever. Not thinking much. You know, we're talking about all this different stuff. And he's like, yeah, I just thought you were so pretty. And so that's why I came up and talked to you. I was like, oh, dang. Oh, that's where this is going. Oh, darn. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I thought we were having a nice dinner. And then like baklava comes out. We have that, which is, oh, so good. So it was a whole thing. Super expensive dinner. The check comes and I was like, this is not a date. Like, let me pay half. He's like, no, I got it. I didn't find them out.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I was like, no, thank you so much. And we get to the end of dinner, and I was like, can you please walk me back to that mosque? Because I have no idea where I am. There's no way I'm going to find my hotel if not. So he walks me back, and we get there, and he's like, so, like, can I kiss you? I had no tact. The first thing that came to my head, I was like, nah, I'm good, thanks, but can I get a selfie? I felt so bad after. That is so mean.
You don't owe him anything.
No, I don't owe him anything, but, like, I could have said it better. You know what I mean? Like, I could have,
like,
nah, I'm good, thanks, can I have a selfie? What? Are you serious? Like, oh, thank you for dinner, but, like, I'm okay, thank you so much. You know, no, here's Ellie. Nah, I'm good, thanks. Hard pass.
Did he say yes to the selfie? Can we post a selfie on the Instagram?
Yeah. But it doesn't end there. So we left. I got totally lost. Write down where you're staying. I had no idea what my hotel was called. I had no idea any of these things. I got lost in Istanbul at like 12 in the morning. I have no idea where I am. But I'm not worried because this is stuff I do all the time. I'm like just walking around being safe and I run into him again.
What?
He was picking up Turkish Delight for his brother. And I was like, oh, I see you got your Turkish Delight. And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, bye.
You didn't ask him for help?
No. Oh, so embarrassed.
But you made it back to the hotel and everything.
I did. It was all good, but that was crazy. I never had some guy just like come up to me, take me out to dinner, ask to kiss me, run into him again.
I've lived abroad 3 times. Never one time has anyone ever been like...
I like called everyone I knew. I was like, you would not believe what just happened to me.
I called everyone. That's so funny. But I love that he asked for consent.
Yeah.
Love that.
Very
respectful
nice.
Man.
Very respectful. Very good guy. Very good.
Love.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
For sure.
And he paid for dinner.
And he paid for dinner.
Oh, what a great travel story.
I'll tell you a scary experience.
Okay, yes.
Should I tell you a scary experience?
This is perfect. Yes.
So,
and with that being said,
that being said, let me tell you what not to do.
Yeah.
So I was in London, and my flight was the next day, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna stay up all night so that I can sleep on the plane. And so I'm out at like 2, 3 a.m., which is where I'm gonna say probably not smart. Like, one of my favorite things is going out at night after dark to see things. When I say after dark, still be in reasonable hours. I love seeing like the Trevi Fountain lit up at night, all of these things. You can do that and still be safe, still have crowds around. When it gets to like 2 or 3 a.m., you're pushing. You know what I mean? So I was pushing it. Don't do this. So I'm telling you, I was dumb. I was stupid. And so I'm like out there on my phone. I'm just walking around with my headphones in. Another thing, maybe have one headphone out so you can hear what's going on around you. Another stupid Ellie mistake. You know what I mean?
Hey, we all make it.
Yeah. Suddenly, you know, I'm walking through this, like, kind of on a main street, but there's neighborhoods. So I'm walking, and this car full of men comes and parks in front of me. But they start talking to me and like motioning to the car. I just calmly turn around and start walking the other way, thinking they're just gonna leave. They back up, turn around, cut me off again on the other side. Again, motioning me into the car, just talking to me, and at this point, again, calmly turn around and I start walking, and when they start to pull out, you know, come to block me off again, I turn and run into the neighborhoods. So I got away. There was nothing after that. They didn't pursue, get on foot or anything like that. But that was very scary for me. Have them not only just like motion me to the car, but be cutting me off multiple times to get me into the vehicle was terrifying. You know what I mean? And I'm on the phone with no one. I had done all of the wrong things. I'm out at 3 a.m. in a town I don't know. No one knows where I am. I haven't sent anyone my PIN or location, which since this experience, I know, okay, this is where I'm going to be. I always make sure someone knows. But that was terrifying. There's a point where it's like, don't press your luck. Be smart. Yes. You know what I mean? Don't just believe that you're going to be okay because you're a good person or anything like that. Like, you still need to be smart. Yes, the Lord is going to watch out for you and protect you and warn you. I do believe that, but you still need to be smart, and I was not in that situation. So, learn from my mistakes so you don't make them.
I feel like everyone who solo travels, you have those moments where you're like, that was dumb. That I shouldn't have done. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, all been there.
I'm probably too many of those. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, it's not all rainbows and butterflies.
Mostly. You're smart.
Make sure that you're, out where the rainbows and butterflies can be seen. And any last things that you would say about solo travel, group travel, to the girlies out there?
Do it. Especially if you're with a group. Why the heck not? Use fear to your advantage. Don't live in it, but when you feel it, listen. Boom. And you'll be fine. Go have fun. Go meet the people. Go stay with the natives. Go ride hot air balloons. Go live in a foreign country. Just go do it.
Yes. I think a lot of people get afraid of that loneliness factor that you talked about. And yes, that is real. It'd be way more fun to share it with somebody else, especially someone you love, someone that you're friends with or family with or something like that. But don't let that small con outweigh all of the pros. Let it be a moment of growth for you. Absolutely. Yes, I'd rather have them here, but they're not here. And I can still be grateful that I am. In those moments where I'm walking the streets alone, just to look around and feel so proud of myself.
Yeah.
For how capable I am to do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, yeah, I'm alone. But how cool is it that I'm not ever truly alone? Like, I have God with me, and that's also been, like, a huge build in my own spirituality, has been traveling, because I have no one but him and Jesus to, like, really guide me and be with me in those moments. But if I'm crying or something, I'm crying in Switzerland, man. I'm crying in China. Like, that's freaking crazy.
So true, though. I remember walking the streets of Thailand feeling so alone. This flea-ridden dog starts, like, walking by me. And it was the nicest thing. Fleas are, like, falling off of it. But I was like, wow, the company of this starving dog means a lot to me in this moment. Just like you said, it makes you appreciate the things that you have.
Switzerland was probably the only one where I got there, and it was about 3 days in. I hadn't experienced this before, but I was really anxious. I was like, what am I doing here? I don't know why I'm here. Will I find friends? I had a lot of questions, which I didn't expect because this was my third time doing it. I was really feeling panicky and being like, I'm going to be so alone here, and I don't know what I've done. What is this choice that I have made? Because I think it might be the wrong one. This girl who I'd met hours before, and she had put on this group chat that we had become a part of, she said, hey, does anybody want to take a walk around town? And I was like, you know what? Yes, I do. I'm about to, like, freak the freak out in my room here. So yeah, I'll go out. So I go out with her. She's from India, and she studies in Germany, and she was doing an exchange in Switzerland. Like, she's been away from her family for so long. Her name's Kajol. I love her. We were just walking around the streets of Switzerland, and I had this moment of just, like, calm come over me, where it was like, you can make any place your home. You can feel comfortable anywhere. And the growth that you're gonna find here within these streets, with these mountains, surrounded by these people, is gonna be good for you.
Yeah.
That, to me, was life-changing. To have that experience and have confidence in myself and my abilities to be social and my abilities to connect with people, and, like, whatever gifts you have, they will make whatever experience you want to have the best one. Does that make sense?
I love that. Solo travel, like, I never thought about it until you said, like, it has built my confidence.
There's no other way. Because you have to trust yourself.
Because you literally are doing everything.
Yeah.
You are literally there in a foreign country. You have no one else to truly rely on other than yourself. And it is so cool to kind of walk away saying, I did that.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing quite like that feeling.
It's true. I never thought about it until I'm like, you're right.
Doing things that you didn't think you were capable of, but also what other people constantly tell you they could never do. That's the other thing, is a lot of people will tell me like, oh, I could never do that.
Yes.
Yeah, you could, actually.
Absolutely.
You put yourself in that situation, you will rise to the occasion.
Yes.
You will.
Yes, absolutely. You have to.
Because you have to.
Yes, you literally have to.
And that's why I like doing it. I really like who I become in those places.
Yes.
When you're pushed up against that wall and you have no one else and you don't know anything and you have to figure it out, seeing yourself figure it out and realizing that you are capable of that is very empowering.
I feel like too, at least for me, traveling within groups and stuff, it also solidifies your standards.
Yes.
Solidifies, you know, what you stand for, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, who you are, what you stand for. And because of that, I've had a lot of amazing conversations with people. It's such a weird thing to say, but like traveling solo is an awesome missionary opportunity.
Oh, the best.
It's so cool.
It's so fun to share what you believe and what you live.
And hear what others believe.
Yes, I love that. I love the collaboration. I love the discovery. I love seeing another way to live life and someone finding my way of life interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great opportunity for you to determine how you're gonna live your own life and to not just do it because other people have told you or because you were raised a certain way.
Oh yeah, well, because when you are like a member of a religion, you are now representing. Their interaction with you is largely how they will see that religion, that belief. And yeah, it's cool to see yourself in that situation. Not only are you just taking care of yourself, showing up, figuring things out, but also showing who you are and what you believe. I remember like just sitting in the Mediterranean Ocean with two Swiss girls, and we were just talking about the afterlife. And they were talking about what they knew of God, and they said, well, what's your God like? And I just talked about how much he loves. It's like almost bringing me to tears just to be able to be someone who could talk of God that way.
Don't let yourself miss out on that opportunity either.
And I think some people might be scared of that because they feel like they're not like eloquent or couldn't get into those conversations. For those people, I say, first of all, don't let that stop you from going someplace. Your example alone is wonderful. Talk of it if you like, but just live, be you, don't let that scare you. And you know what? If you kind of blunder your words, you're in a foreign country, you never have to see them again.
Exactly. They won't know the difference.
This is a perfect practice, you know what I mean? Honestly.
Yes.
Like, I remember these people were like talking, and I had to go through an entire history lesson of like Joseph Smith, the Restoration, Brigham Young, and all this, and I was like, I hope I got that right. They're like going over polygamy there. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm gonna try my bestest. But you go in, like, this is my knowledge. Yeah. It's not a perfect knowledge, and you can preface it. That doesn't mean, like, because you're representing that you're perfect. You're not. And people understand that. Go in just giving yourself grace in all aspects of travel.
And once again, you often surprise yourself by, like...
You will.
After you say something, you're like, dang! Yes. I didn't know I knew that!
No, literally, I was like, am I a scholar? Am I?
And especially when people are, like, so inspired by what you had to say, you're like, that was some good stuff right there. You're
am I brilliant?
Yeah, you're like, wow, that is a beautiful thing for me to believe.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I love that you touched on that. That's, like, a perfect note to end on for this. Go travel. Ladies.
Go travel.
Do it. Pack the bags. Pack your bags.
Book the flight.
Yeah, don't let other people not going stop you from doing what you want to do.
Amen.
Last thing that we gotta do. Ellie, what hills are you dying on?
These are unpopular hills, okay?
Oh, these are my favorite kind.
I don't believe you should pee in public waters. Do not relieve yourself in a pond, a lake, an ocean.
What?
I don't care if the fish are doing it. I don't care. And that's just disgusting. Like, why is it that you won't pee in a pool, but you'll pee in a lake? You're still with your people. You're still in there. It's just warm and it's around you and it's just so gross. It's so gross.
The pool is a confined space. If you pee, doesn't it, like, turn color? Like, everyone's gonna know that you peed. Whereas...
So you're saying if it can disperse, it's okay? Is this the argument?
In a lake, you have a lot more going on. I don't know. I feel like...
Well, you're helping the ecosystem by being in the lake.
I feel like people aren't gonna know that you peed in there, you know?
True.
And it's also...
It's no, but that doesn't mean you should.
Is it really making it that dirty? A public pool,
I don't
yes.
even know the dirtiness. It's just the disgust. You'd have to put me under duress to, like, pee in a pool, and I'd probably still have, like, pee scaredness. Even if no one was around, I don't think I could. I can't get behind peeing in a lake or even the ocean.
What do you do when you're out with friends and they kind of...
I can't even look at them. I won't swim by them after that. Like, don't even come near me. Don't even look at me. I know what you did. I know what you did. I know the sins you've committed, okay? Don't get near me. Disgusting. When people are like, oh, where were you? And they're like, oh, I just swam away. And I'm like, oh, horrific.
Such a good one. Oh, what else you got for me?
Another one. Food, specifically fries, are good enough without condiments or sauce. Most food, even salad,
What?
it should be good enough without sauce, dressing. See, here's the thing. If I'm ordering barbecue chicken, it is barbecue chicken. Great. But if I'm ordering chicken nuggets, I don't want no dang barbecue sauce to dip in it. It should be good enough on its own. I don't want no sauce. I don't want no condiments. I don't want... That's gross. Don't do it.
Really?
Yes.
A salad, though?
I'll rabbit that crap. It doesn't enhance. I just don't like... It's not good.
Not even ranch? How un-American of you.
Disgusting. Fry sauce?
Fry sauce?
Trash.
Are you even...
Ketchup? I've tried ketchup so many times because people are like, oh, condiments are great. So I try it every time. Utter disappointment and disgust.
I'm not a ketchup girl, but fry
As
sauce
you
all
shouldn't
day.
be.
Fry
No.
sauce. I'm a true Utahn. Are you not from Utah? How do you
I
not?
am. Born and raised.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't get behind it. I just can't.
I will not eat fries without fry sauce, but I won't do ketchup. I don't like mustard. I don't like any of that. My hot dogs is just mayo.
No. Plain.
Hamburgers?
Plain.
Wow. None of that.
None of that. It should be good enough.
Okay.
It should be good enough.
I love how you say it like you're disappointed in the people that can't make good enough food without sauce. You're like...
That's exactly how I feel, man.
You're like, Gordon would be able to make this with no sauce.
Oh. Or like it was made to eat as the sauce. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to dip nothing. I don't want to waste no calories doing that. The dips?
No dipping.
No dippings.
Okay, how about this? What about Domino's? The cinnamon thing.
That's different. This frosting.
The frosting.
I'm a sweet treat girl all day.
So you can dip things in chocolate, frosting. Yes.
Yes. Different.
I agree,
Yeah.
it's different.
It's like a sweetener. Salsa is different. It's not a sauce. Syrup is different. It's syrup. Honey is a sweetener. It's different. It doesn't count. The only sauces that maybe... I couldn't even dip them, though. But the only sauces that I'm like, perhaps. It's like Asian, like teriyaki, sweet and sour.
Okay, with like some sushi.
I don't dip my sushi. Sushi should be good enough. If I have to put soy sauce on sushi, it's trash. Most of it comes with something on top.
Yeah, little...
That's fine. I don't want to dip nothing. If I have to dip it in friggin' soy sauce, trash.
Your line really is dipping.
I don't want to dip nothing.
These are some of my favorite ones I think anyone's ever done. I'll end us with singular one.
Oh,
Let's
tell
see
me.
what I've got.
Tell me.
Chipotle?
I love Chipotle. Don't besmirch Chipotle.
I will die on this,
Tell me.
okay? And we can
Tell me.
salute each other from opposite hills.
Okay,
That's fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
I'm ready. Give it to me.
Chipotle's overhyped. Chipotle's not good. Chipotle is disgusting.
What?
It doesn't smell good. I don't like the weird cardboard ramekin bowl things. There is nothing about Chipotle that is appetizing to me at all.
Okay, Costa,
Costa
Cafe
Vida!
Rio, and Chipotle, rank them.
Costa Vida, and then I think Cafe Rio and Chipotle should both just stop existing.
I'd agree about Cafe Rio.
People that say that Cafe Rio and Costa Vida are the same, as if there's no difference,
They are...
you're
Smoking.
incorrect. Like,
oh my gosh.
no, you're wrong. You're wrong
Absolutely
in
wrong.
every way that you could be wrong.
They don't even taste remotely similar.
Cafe Rio is at such a low quality.
The way that you go through the line, and they do it so fast, they're like...
For real, it's like saying that some little gymnast that, I don't know, just barely started competing is at the same level as Simone freaking Biles. You would never in a million years put them in the same category. That's how I feel about Costa Vida being Simone and Cafe Rio being this like little tween gymnast. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not the same. And then Chipotle in this
I was gonna
analogy.
say, but you don't like Chipotle at all.
At all.
At all.
At all. Chipotle is gonna be a 2-year-old in the little mommy and me class.
I literally had Chipotle the last 2 days.
You won't be catching me at a Chipotle.
Chipotle tastes totally different. It's a completely different thing.
I just don't like anything about the way that
Have
it
you had the
tastes.
bowl?
Yeah.
Maybe I should order for you.
I don't
Okay.
even want to go in.
I can feel, because I feel the same way about Cafe Rio, so I can't, like,
Yeah.
can't knock that. I help out at a ad agency for a couple days. My boss, he loves Cafe Rio. Goes all the time. If you're buying it for me, I will consume. But like, every time he mentions Cafe Rio,
an angel loses its wings.
Literally. I know so many people who've gotten food poisoning from Cafe Rio, and every time I walk away, I feel like trash. My stomach, I have to like freaking go take gas X on that crap. It hurts so bad.
That's how I feel about Chipotle.
No, Cafe Rio!
Costa Vida is the only way to go.
So
Costa
good.
all day. If you don't have a Costa Vida in your
So
state,
sorry.
deepest apologies. Because you
Condolences.
don't know that joy. You don't know it.
Uh-uh.
I can preach about it all day long, but until you experience it for yourself.
Life's not complete.
Yeah, exactly. You know, honestly, kind of like the gospel itself. You know, like until you partake, you're just never gonna know that.
The fruits.
Yeah, the fruits.
tree.
They speak for themselves, and the joy that it will bring you is insane.
It is.
And I'll die on that. Well, Ellie, thank you so much for joining the pod today.
Thank you for having me. This is a blast.
This was so fun. Okay, now Ellie is incredible, as we have established, and now you all believe that that is true because you've heard it for yourselves. But Ellie, now it is time to self-plug. Tell the people.
I did not know this was happening.
Tell the people where they can find you, the many things that you can do, your services.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
guys, truly, if you need makeup done, Ellie's your girl. If you need a videographer, Ellie's your girl. If you need a photographer, you best be calling Ellie. Okay?
Wow. Thank
Where
you.
can the people find you?
So excited. Well, my business is called MVP by Ellie Nicole. MVP stands for Makeup, Video, Photo. I know I'm creative. The branding. You can find that on Instagram at ellienicole.mvp or mvpbyellienicole.com. But if you just want to follow me as a human being and see what I'm doing in my life and my travels, erobin4 is my Instagram, and I would love to like DM me or ask questions. I love people. So
She will be tagged, collaborator, all the things on Instagram.
let's go.
So you can find her on the gram
Woo!
for the pod. And if you enjoyed this episode, rate, review, do all the thingies.
Nikki's amazing. Give her all the love, everything.
Thanks. All right. Would you like to sign us out?
Thanks for listening to our thoughts on life, because this has been Life According to Nikki.